Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren all across the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day. As you guys are watching the video, it's been a long couple days for me. I had to go there and squeeze my taxes in and whatnot, but we got that squared away. We got some chicken wings in our system. We're here to talk some boxing, so we're gonna talk about just a story that I missed out on that I really wanted to talk about and just kind of document, and that comes in the form that comes in the heavyweight division, that comes in the form of Wladimir Klitschko, one of the best heavyweights of all time. Vlad Klitschko, they were asking him about just with Tyson Fury coming back. Tyson Fury slated to return on June 9th. What his thoughts were on that, and also a potential mega fight down the road between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And he had some choice words for the Gypsy Warrior, the Jesus-loving Gypsy Warrior himself. That's what Vlad had a lot to say about Tyson Fury. So here's what he had to say. So, said the following, I quote, hands down, Anthony Joshua wins. He's becoming a complete fighter. Technically, size-wise, weight-wise, power-wise, and he is a good learner. The other guy, Tyson Fury, he is like a fart in the wind. It is there and it is gone. In the history of boxing, there are a lot of examples of this kind of guy. They can be successful for a time, but they are not disciplined enough to continue to be successful. I wish Tyson well, but I think there is a lack of discipline there, and discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline remains. I am not Nostradamus. I can't predict the future, but drawing from experience, I would say it is going to be very difficult for Tyson because there's a lack of discipline. And quote, now those are very strong words from Wladimir Klitschko. I would definitely say there's definitely a hint of saltiness there because, let's face it, before Tyson Fury went into Dusseldorf, Germany, and thoroughly outboxed Wladimir Klitschko, he was on top of the world. He could not be touched. Nobody can beat him. We're talking about, when we speak Wladimir Klitschko, we're talking about the longest reigning heavyweight champion at that time since the great Larry Holmes, and only Joe Louis defended his title more times than Wladimir Klitschko. So, obviously, if a guy ends your reign the way Tyson Fury was able to reign Wladimir Klitschko's reign, it's not good. It almost would have been better, honestly, if Tyson Fury had done what Ross Purity and Corey Sanders did to Klitschko and knocked him out. But no, he didn't do that. He outboxed him at that size, and he made him look like a fool for 12 rounds, and that's just what it was. Now, in regards to his actual quotes for Joshua and Fury, I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair to say that Tyson Fury is just like a fart in the wind because he did beat you, and he beat you in dominating fashion. And if you don't like it, then hey, come out of retirement and get him while he still has some cobwebs on him. Just fight him there. But as far as his assessment of Joshua, I will agree with him. Joshua seems to be coming into his own. Obviously, we all know, anybody who's in the know who watches the sport knows that Anthony Joshua is not a finished article. He's not done developing as a fighter yet, and I think that's the impressive thing about Anthony Joshua. The fact that the fact that he's picked up 3 of the 4 belts and without being all the way a polished fighter, that's the impressive thing about Joshua. And also, I would say Eddie Hearn as well, because he's moved him at the right time to get the right fights. So it's obviously more than one thing. But you see Joshua committing more to the jab. You see Joshua beginning to fight like a 6'6" heavyweight. And it wasn't as exciting or as aesthetically pleasing as last fight with Joseph Parker, but it got the job done. And it's like Anthony Joshua said. He recorded the age-old boxing adage. It says a good jab can take you around the block, but a great jab can take you around the world. And those are very true words. Now, in terms of Tyson Fury, on his day, if Tyson Fury can come back, and this is a massive if, with the drugs and the out of shape and all that stuff, it's a big ask of Tyson Fury to just return to the top of the heavyweight division. But you give it time, you get him the right fights, you allow him to get settled in at an ideal weight. You get him 4 or 5 fights under his belt. He could be against bums. It could be against guys that are overmatched opponents. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just about getting Tyson Fury back in the ring, getting him that experience, and the skills are always there. He has certain qualities at heavyweight that you just can't teach, man. Like the fact that to be 6'8" or 6'9" or whatever it is, to be able to stick and move like he moves, and he's not the best puncher in the world. He don't got Anthony Joshua power. He don't got Deontay Wilder power, but he's got respectable power, more than respectable power. He's got the kind of power that will definitely put a hurting on you. So with that being said, Emmanuel Stewart told you all years ago. Emmanuel Stewart told you years ago, this guy has the potential not to just be a great champion, but a dominant heavyweight champion. And he said that years ago before he fought Vladimir Klitschko was even a contender for one of his belts. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. I definitely sense a lot of saltiness from Wladimir Klitschko. Tyson Fury mentally, for lack of a better word, he got in his head. He screwed him up basically mentally. You guys can go back and you guys can go watch the Gloves Are Off series on Sky Sports, and it was easy to see that Tyson Fury was clearly in his head, and it played a role in the ring as well, because Wladimir Klitschko was very gun shy for 10, 11 rounds, and he seems to still be kind of bitter about it, because to make the kind of analogy of calling a guy a fart in the wind, that's hater talk. He could have made now if you wanted to make an actual analogy and say, well, Tyson Fury is like this boxer, he could have said Tyson Fury is like Riddick Bowe, a guy that had all the talent in the world but didn't necessarily fulfill that talent, and his reign was short lived. Then that'd be more of a kind of like better way to say it. But no, he called this dude straight up a fart in the wind. It's there and it's gone. So choice words from Wladimir Klitschko. Obviously, Tyson Fury is a long way from being in title contention, but obviously, I'm very excited about him coming back. I would say of the three big time heavyweights, him, Joshua, Wilder, definitely he's hands down my favorite one. Hands down my favorite fighter of those three. For the simple fact that obviously the personality he brings to boxing, the realness he brings to boxing, and the fact that he has, at that size to be able to box like that, and I just think he's a special fighter. I really think he's a special fighter. I don't know if he's still that guy, but Tyson Fury strikes me as one of those people that when he's zoned in and when he's locked in and he's giving it his 100%, very, very hard guy to beat. Very, very hard guy to beat. So we'll see how it all pans out. But Wladimir Klitschko unleashes Tyson Fury. He says that Anthony Joshua will beat him. Fury's a fart in the wind. He doesn't have the discipline. He lacks the motive. He lacks the discipline. All that stuff. So we'll see, man. I mean, when I look at Tyson Fury, I see a guy that with all the characteristics to be a dominant heavyweight champion. Maybe that ship has sailed because of the problems he's put on his own body. So that remains to be seen. But Vlad with some choice words for Tyson Fury. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single video, my name is Brennan Taylor, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.